In case you didn't get the memo, California and the rest of the West are deep in drought, with no end in sight, so there's no better time than now to reshape your landscaping, or balcony-scaping, with drought-tolerant plants. This isn't hyperbole. Climate scientists recently reported that the last 22 years rank as the driest period in the American West since the late 1500s, a megadrought worsened by increasing global temperatures. Less rain means less water for drinking and farming and certainly irrigating our yards, so it makes good sense to seek out drought-tolerant plants adapted to thrive on limited water, and we're looking beyond succulents and cactus in this story. We deliberately went looking for fragrant plants with beautiful foliage and/or flowers, and found a few edible plants to boot. Many of these suggestions are California native plants that have adapted to the hot, dry summers and, once upon a time, wet winters of Southern California. When in doubt, be sure to consult the California Native Plant Society's CalScape database, which has lots of suggestions for flowers, shrubs and trees that have adapted to grow in your particular region, and provide vital food and habitat for the insects, birds and other animals that live there. But Southern California is just one of 5 Mediterranean-zone climates in the world with hot, dry summers and, historically, cool, wet winters, so we've included some plant suggestions from those areas too, around the Mediterranean Sea, the Cape area of South Africa, Southern Australia and Central. We consulted with dry-clime experts Laurence Nicklin, a South African-trained landscaper who designed the South African portions of Taft Gardens and Ventura Botanical Gardens, Joe O'Connell, owner of Australian Native Plants in Casitas Springs who designed the Australian portion of Taft Gardens, Evan. All agree that the trick to successfully growing drought-tolerant plants is in the planting and watering. You can't just put drought-tolerant plants in the soil and walk away. They typically need at least 6 months of consistent deep watering to help the roots get established and dig deep into the ground where it's cooler, and more water is likely to be stored than along the surface. Once they've settled into their new habitat, most of these plants can live with infrequent watering, especially in the cooler months, although you will need to give them some water when temperatures are particularly hot and dry. Here are the experts' tips. Look at nursery tags and choose plants that are listed as drought-tolerant or water-wise. Get your plants into the ground in late fall to early spring, so the roots have a chance to settle in before the temperatures get too hot.